Hello and welcome to Excel Class Hub. My name is Taro Mama, Educational Consultant for Excel Part Educational Consult Limited. Now, today we are going to be talking about something important regarding our JAMB examination. Now, I want you to know that studying alone is not enough guarantee to score high in JAMB. Now, every year, millions of students prepare for JAMB with serious determination. They read, they attend classes, they read morning and night. Some of them sacrifice their sleep. Some of them study past questions with the hope of scoring 300 and above in JAMB. Yet, when the result comes out, many of these students are shocked. Why are they shocked? Because they score low. They score below 200. They score below 300. Now, they are they are not scoring low because they did not prepare very well for the exam, but because they failed to do one thing. They failed to do one thing. And what is that thing? I will explain to you in this video. So watch this video to the end. Now, the truth is simple. Studying alone is not a guarantee to high score in JAMB. JAMB is not a test of knowledge. JAMB is not a what? A test of knowledge. It is the test of how well you can apply that knowledge in a computer-based system or a computer-based environment. Many students fail not because they don't know the answers, but because they are not familiar with the CBT system.
This computer exam is confusing.
Many of you are not familiar with the CBT system. We have 2.2 million plus candidates that registered for the 2026 examination. Out of those 2.2 million, we have those ones that just decide just to write the exam just for fun. We have those determined ones, those brilliant ones. Out of those brilliant ones, we have those ones that are familiar with the CBT system. Why? Because maybe they have done the exam two, three times. Or them this is their fourth time of sitting for the exam. They have experience. That will not be a portion. Now, I said many students fail because they are not familiar with the CBT system. It's not that because they don't know the answer, but because they are not familiar with the CBT system. On the day of the exam, everything feels strange. Everything will look strange to them. Maybe this is your first time of sitting for JAMB. On the day of the exam, the computer, the mouse, the timer, even the way questions are displayed, they look strange to you.
This computer exam is confusing. This thing is not easy. How do I select the answer? Just click, but I'm not sure.
Because you are not familiar with the CBT system. That unfamiliarity creates panic, and panic leads to mistake. Imagine a student who has read very well but struggles to move from one questions to another because he or she is not comfortable using a mouse, or a student who spends much time on one question because they don't know how to skip and return later to that particular question.
This mouse is not working well. Okay, let me try the next one.
Some students even get confused on how to submit their answer.
How do I submit my answers? This button? Wait, is it this submit button? What if I lose everything? I hope this is right. I don't want to fail.
In a timed exam like JAMB, Every delay costs dozens of marks. Every time you delay something due to your confusion or struggles in the CBT or costs dozens of marks. This is why one of the important things any serious JAMB candidate must do before the exam is to visit the CBT center to practice the exam, to practice on how the exam looks like, to practice and to know the environment, the structure of how CBT exam looks. Some of you, many of us, this is the first time you are sitting for the exam. So you need to visit a CBT center to know the structure of the exam so that on the day of the exam, your computer will not be looking straight to you. The mouse will not be looking straight to you. The CBT interface will not be on how to log in, will not be looking straight to you. You will be confused. So you need to visit the CBT center near you or where you registered your exam. You can go there, tell them you want to practice with the CBT you want to practice the CBT. They might charge you, some might be free. So going to the CBT exam center before your exam gives you a practical understanding of how the CBT system works. You get to see how to log in, you get to see the setup of the computer, you get to see the environment, you get to see the structure of the examination, and you learn how to log in, how to navigate between questions, you learn how to select, you learn how to change your answer, you learn how to select your answers, you learn how to change your answers, and most importantly, how to manage your time effectively. Practicing at a CBT center helps you to build your speed and confidence. The more you practice in a real and simulated CBT environment, the more confident you become. It is not about you practicing on those apps, CBT apps from the phone. Your exam is not done on the phone. Your exam is a computer-based exam. It is done on a computer. That is why you need to practice at a CBT center. The CBT center has the real structure of the JAMB exam on their system. So practicing with at the CBT center builds more confidence. So you going to the exam is not that you are going there to struggle with the computer. This time around, you are going there to answer questions, not to struggle and waste time on the computer. By now, you should know that scoring 300 plus in the exam is not just about how many hours you study, but how smartly you prepare. Combining your reading with the real CBT experience gives you a strong advantage over others who rely on reading alone. So I wish you the best in this year 2026 exam. Study smart, practice at the CBT center without any issue.